If you smell what the Rock is cooking.
Welcome to Billy Ho Sports. Thank you for tuning in. Please remember to subscribe to the channel and don't forget to like and comment on the videos. I hope you enjoy the show. Now, let's go. Hello, Billy Ho here. Week 7 DraftKings video. We're going to do quarterbacks, so it won't be a long one. Before we get started, welcome to the channel. Be sure to subscribe. Hello, Billy Ho here. Week 7 DraftKings quarterback video. Before we get started, welcome to the channel. Thank you for viewing. Be sure to subscribe and leave some comments if you want to. Check out my content. I appreciate you watching. And we will have actually a $250 for 250 subscriber free contest on DraftKings. So in order to get an invite to that, it is invitation only. First prize is $200. Second, 30, third, 20. So if you want to get invited to that contest, here's what you do. You check the description of this video and all the NFL videos I've done in the last probably 2 weeks. And then there is a hashtag Twitter link. It'll take you right to the main post. Retweet that post, reply with your DraftKings username, and you will be invited. Once we hit 250 subscribers. It's been a little slow in the last week and a half, so we're going to need you guys to step your games up. Know what I'm saying? Anyway, quarterback videos. So, low totals this week, but you want to start with the highest total games, and you want the teams with the highest implied totals. The spreads, to me, don't matter, because if so-and-so team like Josh Allen, Bills, if they're favored by 2 touchdowns and they cover, it's because Josh Allen scored DraftKings points. So let's take a look at some totals, and we'll see which quarterbacks we want to take a look at. All right. Well, when looking at quarterbacks this week, it really looks like you pay up for probably Mahomes. And then I would say he always finds a way to get there, even though he has to spread the ball around a little more than he used to. But you obviously need Kelsey with him because he's always looking out for a 3-touchdown, 4-touchdown game, as we've already seen. The guy can catch double-digit passes. He gets you the 100-yard bonus. And you can play him in the flex. That is the benefit. Take a look. If you're looking at this game coming up in the afternoon, you can just go right over here and you play. And that's like having an 8K wide receiver in your flex. Then you can go play whatever tight end, blah, 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 that you want from there, and just go on with your bad self. So I do like that. He would be probably my top quarterback play just because of his upside and his consistency. And he's always throwing it. He can scramble. He's been getting 20, 30 yards every week on the ground. And he can always sneak in a touchdown rushing. So be on the lookout for that. The next guy I wanted to talk about is if you wanted to be contrarian, Lamar's your guy because he's the top price guy. And I don't see a lot of people paying $8K for a QB that has been kind of less than stellar. Let's take a look at his numbers. Yeah, he had those 2 40-point games coming out of the gate. And then he's dropped back down into this 15 range, 18 last week, because and it's twofold. Part of it's his fault because he's missed some throws, he's overthrown some touchdowns, and he's had some passes deflected, which is not 100% his fault, but it depends. Also, guys like Duvernay and even Andrews drop passes. Bateman drops passes. Bateman's been banged up. So this Cleveland and Baltimore game is going to be interesting. I do think Lamar has the upside. He has all the upside, really. You know, he can get you the double bonus. So he is definitely, I'd say, as far as pure ceiling goes, he's probably the highest ceiling. Then you got Mahomes, and then it gets down into a little bit more territory, and everybody's going to be pointing at this Justin Herbert 7,200 tag as you're getting a bit of a discount. He hasn't been real good. Actually, he's been throwing it, in a good clip, but you know, he hasn't been getting the touchdowns because Eckler's been getting them all. So what you need to do is maybe play him with Eckler, but that's way too expensive a stack. Eckler's like 80. What is he? 8,300. Okay. But so if you're that's just way too much to spend, in my opinion. So I don't know if I'll go Herbert this week. He's always a threat with Williams, and if I don't know if Keenan Allen is even going to make his way back into the lineup this week. It's a tough call there. So what we need to do is look for the fucking game. There it is. All right. So looking at this game, Keenan Allen still got the Q tag. Don't know where he's at yet. Remain limited. Friday. We'll wait for the final injury report because I think if he's going to decide to wait another week, you're going to hear about it today. So don't worry about it. But Herbert, he does look like he's in a great spot against Seattle. So I can't complain about that. And oh, by the way, going back to Lamar, Andrews does have a Q tag with a knee, and it did appear that it was going to be that Wednesday veteran rest day, but he also missed Thursday. So the knee might be bothering him a little bit more than we thought. So keep an eye on his status. And then you get next up, we got a few guys here in this little mid-tier range from Burrow, Prescott, and Brady. Probably Burrow, I think, would be my guy because Atlanta has been a low-key good defense, but they have given it up on the pass game a little bit, and they don't get a lot of pressure from their front seven and blitzing. So if Burrow has time to throw, he can pick apart a lot of defenses. I mean, you've seen him do it. So we still have Chase with the Q tag and probably Higgins. Let's take a look. Well, Higgins has shed the Q tag, which is good. And Chase, I think, was even healthier than he was. So he's slated to play Sunday. It's a hip. So it's not like a hamstring or a knee or an ankle. Hip is fine, I think. You can just kind of rub some dirt on it as far as I'm concerned. But the next guy up would be, Tom Terrific. Suck ass Tom Brady. He's killed me the last 2 weeks. I went back to him last week and he was even worse. And I just thought, Jesus Christ, he's throwing it 40, 50 times, but he can't seem to, get out of his own way. They lost to Pittsburgh. They kicked a bunch of field goals. I think maybe this might be the week. Carolina, I think, is mailing it in for the season. They traded Christian McCaffrey away, and they got good second, third, and fourth picks from the Niners. So I think they're in rebuilding mode. They obviously know that Baker Mayfield's been a complete disaster, and so you won't see him quarterbacking this team next year. And then you got going back to Brady, he's got all his wide receivers, like we said. Julio, I'm not really caring too much about Julio because he is just an ancillary piece. He can be replaced by Gage, by anybody else, Scotty Miller. Right now, Julio, he looked really great early in the season, but he's an old guy, man. He's had a ton of injuries, so he's not going to play Sunday. And now But Evans and Godwin, it's a clear stack. You can even play Fournette. He's still live in the pass game, 7,700. And this is the interesting one to me. We know McCaffrey's not going to play, but I wanted to see, said Friday, that McCaffrey is still up in the air to make his debut versus the Chiefs Sunday. So I think they may trot him out there for a few plays, but I'd be damned if I'm paying 8,400 for that. So probably a pass for me on just a quick preview of the running back show. And so that aside, there's some more QBs down here. I didn't really want to get into it because I think this is the week to stay up here in this range of the guys that I've mentioned so far. No thanks. Oh, the next guy, actually, the Derek Carr was the other quarterback. And if you watch the Stacks video, I really like him. Adams and Renfro all day. So I like that. I wanted to check a couple of things. So let's take a look. Boom. So they're not officially listed as out, but I wanted to see Waller's status. Back-to-back absences. I don't know what he did today, but if he did practice today, then I'm absolutely all about some Hunter Renfro this week. So Mike Hollins, I believe, limited participant. I'm not really sure what's up with him. He might play, but that's not going to influence me. So not a big deal there. But Derek Carr is it's pure drop back passer. He gets the occasional rushing touchdown, not this year, but I mean, if he, 1 yard plunge from the half-yard line kind of deal. But Jacobs in the mix did give me pause. That's why I hesitated to mention him, because Jacobs is he's going to be uber popular. So there is your massive pivot. So if you just pivot to Carr, you play Adams, and you play Renfro stack. And that is going to get you a lot of leverage on the massive amount of ownership that Josh Jacobs is going to get. So just keep that in mind as we move forward. And I want to take a quick look at the bottom feeders here to see if there's anybody. Golf, I did mention in the Stacks video. Man, that's going to be dicey. Just when you think, wow, Dallas is going to be he's going to be running for his life, throwing interceptions, blah, blah, blah. You never know. I mean, it's football. So Trevor Lawrence, 2 rushing touchdowns last week. I don't think I'll go there. If you want to give Geno Smith another try, there's not a better team to do it against, I don't think, than the Chargers, because they're liable to be chasing, and it's going to be probably a high-scoring affair. I mean, it's the highest point total. So maybe a little bit of Mariota with the rushing upside, but Cincinnati's defense is tough at home. So I'm probably going to stick up top for the main parts of that. Just finishing up, don't sleep on Brady. I think maybe I'm going to give him one more chance because he just throws so much and he has good receivers, and it could be some TD regression coming with the Carolina Panthers. Maybe Robbie Anderson threw a bitch fit and they shipped him off. They've traded McCaffrey. They fired the coach. So they're a hot mess right now. And their defense is pretty good, but I think Brady could carve them up just fine. So maybe fire Brady back up again this week. And yes, I'm a glutton for punishment. And maybe old Skeletor can get us there with his little skinny face nowadays. But I appreciate you watching. Don't forget to subscribe. Weekly contest in the description. Let's get that 50. I've just been giving it 50 every week. I want to fill it. It's been up in the upper 30s now. So share it with your friends. More the merrier. Till next time, thanks for watching.